Okay, so why don't we try something a little bit more complicated. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move, I can actually just delete that on my keyboard. I'm going to grab the pen tool again, and so I can either click there or you see it's over there. And what I want to do this time is I want to create a little seashell shape. So what I'm going to do is click, click, click and drag, click again. And you'll notice that when I move it over the center of that point, my smart guides are telling me that I'm there. Click and drag, click, click and drag, click, and click and drag, click, and finally click to join that up. Now let's try and create a perfect one, and we'll have a look at one of the first transformers. So I'm just going to do that again, click, click, click and drag, click back on the point, click and drag, and what I want to do is hit escape on the keyboard to get rid of that curve or to break the curve, and I want to grab my black arrow tool here and make sure that the whole object is selected. Now you'll notice if I press down on my rotate tool, there's a tool called the reflect tool. So what I want to do is double click on this, and it brings up a dialog box. I'm going to choose the option of vertical, and I don't want to click OK, I want to click on copy. And now what I can do is grab that, drag it over to the right. Now I just want to show you something. Notice they're slightly out of alignment. When I move this across, I've shifted it down. But if I press the shift key down on my keyboard, it will pop up into the same axis. And I just move it across. Now we know we're in the same location. And I want to grab my white arrow tool now because we're working with points. And I'm going to not click, but click and drag around a selection marquee around these 2 points. And I'm going to go to Object, Path, and Average. Now, I don't really need to do the average because I know they're in the same place, but I'm just going to do this anyway so we can see how to do it. And click OK, and then Object, Path, and Join. So we now have 1 point, and we'll do the same thing here. Object, Path, and Average. And keyboard shortcut for joining is Command J. And you can actually see all the keyboard shortcuts. Join, there it is there. So I'll go across to join, and now we have one whole shape. So we've created our seashell.